Hi dear Virgos, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits for the month of March. This year, March is a bit paradoxical. We don't have a lot going on in March, but at the same time we have a lunar eclipse at the end of the month. So even though we will be sitting there doing nothing, but still we will be feeling this intensity because of the eclipse. I mean, we're not going to be sitting doing nothing, obviously. I'm just saying like figuratively. So yeah, let's begin. The first week of March is quite uneventful because we have the last quarter moon on March 3rd, and usually the last quarter moon time is not a great time to start new things. Don't waste energy, okay? Even if you do start something, it's gonna require Herculean effort and it's gonna reap little rewards. So yeah, instead use this time to rest. Yeah, don't feel guilty if you feel lazy. It's actually naturally the time to rest and recover. Gain that energy for the upcoming eclipse. Eclipse times are busy, hectic. You need that energy. And also, this time, the period until like March 6th, is a great time to start getting ready for the upcoming new moon in Pisces. You can make an appointment during that week, okay, the first week of March, so that you can go to that appointment after the new moon. You can fill out an application so that you can find out about the decision regarding the application after the new moon. If you need to mail something, do so that it's delivered by the time of the new moon. You get the idea. Next, on March 9th, Mercury is going to enter Aries until May 15th. And that is an unusually long time for Mercury to spend in Aries, and that is because of the upcoming Mercury retrograde in April. But I'm going to talk about that in April. But for now, in March, what I need to mention is Mercury is going to enter the shadow zone on March 18th. What do I mean by shadow zone? It's like, imagine Mercury is traveling, right? And so here, it's going to cross over this point, and then later somewhere, it's gonna station retrograde and then slowly start moving backwards and come back to this spot and then turn direct, and from this spot start going forward. So this spot is very important, and this happens to be March 18th this year. And so, dear Virgos, if you need to sign a contract, an agreement, or what was I gonna say, or buy an electronics, uh, then do so before March 18th, okay? Because it's a great time to do so. Mercury is still in good shape, it's not in the shadow zone yet, all of the planets are direct. Actually, it's a great time, yeah, so if you do need to sign contract, do so in the first half of March, especially after March 10th. So you have a small window in the middle of March for contracts and stuff. So this Mercury, when it enters Aries, it means it's going to enter your 8th house. 8th house is a house of other people's money, your partner's money. It's a house of loans, insurance, psychology, transformation, like research. Yeah, so if you need to research something, this Mercury is going to give you that obsessive focus. I mean, Virgos, you guys are good researchers. You guys like learning anyway, but still, this Mercury in the 8th house is going to give it a laser focus. And also, this might also mean that there will be a lot of communication regarding shared resources, regarding finances, like maybe learning about like loans or communicating with the bank regarding the loan, like maybe reducing the interest, whatever. I don't know, I'm not really good with the financial words. Yeah, so next, on March 10th, we have a new moon in Pisces, your 7th house, and it's gonna be on the 20th degree of Pisces. So you can start expecting news, announcements, decisions starting from March 6th, because we start feeling the effect of the new moon 4 days before the new moon. And so this new moon is gonna happen in your house of relationships, other people, okay? It's not necessarily partners only, it can also be like business partners, okay? Someone we're like teammates with. So yeah, and this new moon it's gonna be sandwiched between Saturn and Neptune. Saturn is in like the early degrees of Pisces, and Neptune is in the late degrees of Pisces, and the Sun and Moon are gonna meet somewhere in the midpoint between those two big planets. And so what does this mean? It means you have 4 planets in your house of relationships. This is a lot. Yeah, so March is very much about relationships for you, dear Virgos. And since you have Saturn in your house of relationships, that means the relationships are getting serious. Yeah, all these years, for a decade, Neptune has been making your relationships foggy, nebulous, unclear, but now Saturn brought clarity. So now Neptune is like behaving. Yeah, so dear Virgos, this new moon can be exciting, like especially regarding relationships. You might meet someone new. And also, another thing I need to mention is this is the last new moon before the solar eclipse in April, and sometimes events associated with that solar eclipse can play out around this new moon. So yeah, for some Pisces this might be like a regular mundane new moon, but for other Pisces this might be a major new moon. Yeah, so if you're single, be out and about. Because one day after this new moon, Venus is gonna enter Pisces until April 5th. That means you're gonna have like, so at the time of the new moon you have 4 planets, right? But moon is a fast moving planet, so it's gonna leave Pisces, but Venus is gonna enter from this side and still make it 4. So yeah, quite crowded, your relationship house. And later on March 22nd, Mars is gonna enter Pisces, so you will have 5 planets. So dear Virgos, it's all about relationships for you. Major people in your life, like yeah, relationships, it's all prominent. What else? On March 19th, we have the Sun entering Aries, spring equinox, yay! Even though this year, the winter here in the United States was very warm, like we didn't get a lot of snow, but still, I'm excited about spring. The days are gonna get longer, so that's exciting. Next, finally, on March 25th, we have a lunar eclipse in Libra, on the 5th degree of Libra. And for you, dear Virgos, this is your second house, the house of your money, like your earnings, okay, like your values, your possessions, your self-esteem. So it's not only about money, but also like how you treat yourself, like your self-worth. Yeah, and when you have eclipses happening in your second house, this is the time when you reevaluate your self-worth, or like the changes that happen, the changes brought by the eclipses make you reevaluate your self-esteem. For some Virgos, this might be the time when your self-esteem improves, your self-value increases. For some, this might be the time when they like are questioning, they're like, how can I improve my self-esteem, how I like value myself. Yeah, because I looked at the previous eclipses in Libra. Yeah, because I have Virgo rising, and when the eclipses happened in my second house, yeah, it affected like my self-esteem. It became better, like I became more confident. Yeah, and this year, in March, I should get a fat paycheck because of the recent increase in salary. So you can see the eclipse happening in my money house is bringing a fat paycheck. Yeah, so for some Virgos, this might be the case too, for a lot of Virgos. For other Virgos, this might be the time when, yeah, like you come to some understanding, clarity, because lunar eclipse is a full moon eclipse. So clarity, illumination, achievement, okay? Yeah, and so some things might become clear to you regarding your earnings, regarding your self-value, self-worth, and regarding your possessions, okay? And also, Virgos, try to remember what happened to you back in 2005 and 2006 regarding your earnings, regarding your self-worth, okay? Because similar themes are going to repeat themselves. And remember, yeah, the lunar eclipses are about like combination, so something is gonna get eclipsed. Maybe like your low self-esteem is gonna get eclipsed. And since March is like very much relationship focused for you, maybe you meet someone and now you feel like your self-worth increases. Yeah, dear Virgos, you guys tend to be very self-critical. Like, I have Virgo rising myself. I have this voice in my mind that is like constantly criticizing me. But do be gentle with yourself, okay? Know your worth. Like, you are worthy of love. You guys are very helpful, very kind people. Yeah, some people say, oh, Virgos criticize a lot. Well, yeah, sometimes some Virgos do go overboard, but a lot of the times, Virgos are kind people. Like, I haven't met a Virgo who's like evil on purpose. Like, I haven't. So, yeah, dear Virgos, this is it for March. As I said in the beginning, not a lot is going on, but at the same time, it's gonna be intense because of the eclipse. And it's, yeah, so be open to changes, adjust to changes. And I mean, Virgos, you guys are adaptable, so you'll deal with the changes just fine. Okay? And so, thank you for watching, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll hope to see you guys in my April video. Okay, bye.